Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wise-ish, your 15-minute power boost, our special segment for America Meditating Radio. I'm Sister Jenna. So nice to have you back in the morning, to start the morning on a fresh start with an upbeat feeling, with the energy of love in your heart. So I've been doing this session for myself privately, behind the scenes, and I've been asking the soul of Jenna, do you really love yourself? And I keep asking myself this question, and I want to ask you, do you really, really, really believe that you love yourself? And what are the signs that you are? How do you know that you do love yourself? And one of the things that came up so powerfully for me is, I won't feed into the past. Can I get a hands up in the air, please? I mean, can you imagine that simple question? Do you love yourself? And what's the proof? That soul won't live from the past anymore. Living from the past is like going into the garbage can, trying to dig up, trying to get some old stuff in there. And what do you encounter when you go into the garbage can? Lots of dirt, grimy food, smelly stuff. And that's what the past is like. And a person who has self-love, they become pretty mindful that each time they go back into the past, and even if it was a good past, even if it was a celebratory past, the only reason why the soul will keep going back there is because presently it's not feeling happy now, right? So even to go back into that garbage of how great it used to be, it's still a lack of love. Let's look at it this way. Love is my religion. It's the original power of the soul. And if I allow the soul to have space, the love will flourish. But if the thoughts that I'm putting in that space are focused so much on who did what to me, or who should have done what they should have done for me, or it used to be like that. It used to be such good days. What I'm saying is I'm not in a place of love, and I'm not in a place of joy. And I'm going back into the garbage can where I can't find even the same fragrance of what I felt way back in the day, right? So today when I ask you the question, do you really love yourself? It's huge. And I don't mean this as some inspiring, yes, I know it's our Power Boost morning and I know that that's important, but also to really deeply, deeply ask the soul that you are. Do you love the soul? And when we ask ourselves that question, we have to peel away the memories of the past. And how do you do that? Remember when we used to use pencil and paper? Remember those notebook with lines and we used to write with pencil? Oh my gosh, those seem like a long time ago, right? Oh my. Now we're like this, that I have, what you call it? Like carpet tunnel? Like these two fingers, I don't even know if they'll ever be normal by the time I'm 60 or 70. But when we used to write with pencil and paper, but it used to have an eraser on the top of the pencil, and you could erase what is not what you wanted on the paper, what you had written down. So let's say I want to erase my past. And let's say that I want to be present in the energy of love. What can I do? Or what do we do? So here are a few steps that we must take before we go into a really beautiful meditation on love. First thing I want you to do is to really find that answer. Do I really love me? And when you ask that question, write down all the reasons why. And make sure it's not coming from the intellect. Nature is coming from the heart, not from the head, from the heart. Why do you love yourself? And it has nothing to do with the way you look. It has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has nothing to do with your political status, the car you drive, the clothes you own, the jewelry that you wear. It has everything to do with the content of the character. What do you love about the content of your character that's inside of the soul? Okay? So after you've answered that question, the next step, which maybe as you go into that question, you'd realize that there are certain people or things or events that might emerge. Here comes the past again. It's like an automatic pilot, you notice? It just comes up on its own. Is there anyone or are there people that you need to forgive? Is there anyone in your life that you really need to forgive? Because even having that lack of love for them is garbage. It's that energy of garbage living inside of the soul. So after you've identified that, the third thing is to communicate from your thought capacity in your mind. If I were to really purely love them, in what way would I think about them? The third thing. So you see how it starts from yourself? Then it goes into maybe what's the obstruction? Then it goes into a process of, well, let me see if I can cure this. And then the fourth step is invite the energy of God's love into the process. Don't do it alone. And so the energy of God's love is like, it's like this gentle wave, you know. It's just always going to keep flowing in and out just to comfort you whenever you need it. You can dive as deep as you want, or you can come to the surface, you can sit at the shore. It's just love, and it's going to always be there for you. That's what the vibration, the entity, the being of the Supreme Power offers the soul. And I find that when the soul, because you can't connect to God being Christian, Jew, black, white, rich or poor. It's a block. You have to connect to God just being the soul, the child of the divine. And by having that openness, you begin to rekindle and reawaken and remember what pure love actually is and what it feels like to love unconditionally and fully. For right now, I think our love is in compartments. I've seen scenes where you might be so upset with your spouse and then visitors come and you're like, oh, hi, Mary. How you doing, girl? And it was like you were just having a big argument with your husband and then Mary comes and all of a sudden you're giving all this love to this person, but you can't give it to your husband. Love is in compartments, so it's not really love. It's attachment. I've seen that even in my own experience. Like I'll see a whole bunch of people in a little group laughing and loving and enjoying each other. And I might just go up and say hi, and then like the energy changes. And I'm like, what happened? You know what? You know? So it's whatever their thoughts or their feelings are towards me, which is fine. But also what thoughts and feelings am I having in my mind that's also maybe a threat to them or is not making them feel secure enough. So then I would leave that energy and I would say, Jen, just work on something. Get purer. Don't let anyone feel threatened by you. And maybe that's why I do my best to just leverage my relationships. Be friends with everyone. You know, just be friends with everyone. I don't want anyone to be intimidated or to be threatened by my presence. I just want us to be friends, and I just want us to do good work in the world, you know. So when you learn to forgive and you really use love as your tool for forgiving, because to forgive is to give it up, to let it go. I'm done with serving that thought, serving that thought. So you can put down the list of people that you really need to release from the heart and go through the memories that you might have been through with them and just say, I guess that had to happen. I guess I was in another state. I guess maybe my energy created that, but now I'm accountable. And I want to shift that because I know once my energy changes, nobody would have the courage to say what they say to me or do what they do to me. So I still have work to do. And when there's love, there's always this energy of giving. If you notice when your love stops, you stop giving. I've seen it. They say they love you, but they're not giving you a smile. They're not looking at you. They're not acknowledging you. They don't really care. But they say, oh, I love you. But they really don't. So it's intellectual. But there's still something sitting in the heart. I really want to give a big shout out to the Global Love Button movement. My wonderful friend, Dr. Habib Segedi, who survived testicle cancer and used love to heal himself. I just feel like there's something so powerful in the energy of love. So if you want to learn more about the Global Love Button movement, go there. Let them know that Sister Jenna shared it with you. Let's do a little meditation today. And let's go into a really just thoughtful experience with the self. And take a breath. Breathe. Go inwards and enjoy sitting by the shore of the river, of the ocean. Sitting by the shore of the ocean. Here you are, taking your pause to really deeply reawaken to your existence. And the question that you ask the self is, do I really love I, the soul, the self? And what is the proof that there is love for me? Do I take care of my body? Do I take care of my thoughts and my mind? Do I nurture my relationships? When I look at something with love, it gives me joy to take care of it and to nurture it. But when I look at something without love, I get frustrated, sometimes even angry. What does that say to me? For how long have I been angry with myself that I've stopped taking care of myself, eating well, exercising well, thinking well, speaking well, attracting good energies of people in the environment around me well. Because what love is, it is the cure. And who I am is a being of love, a pure, profoundly powerful force of energizing love. This love flows consistently like the waves coming onto the shore. I flow love to my partner, to my spouse, to my children, friends, family, in-laws, neighbors, the nature. I am an energetic force of love. And that love flows through me constantly. Om Shanti. Take a breath. All right. Hope you enjoyed your Wise-ish Power Boost. And before I let you go, I always read you now at the end of each show your Wise-ish Good Wish for the day. And today is, you are an easy yogi because you experience the stage of being immune to the effect of actions. Why? You practice being a detached observer, a witness of all the scenes unfolding in front of you. You are an easy yogi who experiences the stage of being immune to any effective actions. Why? Because throughout the day you practice being a detached observer. In every scene, you practice being a witness. You don't take everything so personally. My dear friends and fans, thank you for joining us for our America Meditating Wisest segment, your 15-minute power boost in the early morning. Take care and I'll see you tomorrow.